The world celebrates movement, the noise, the parties, the constant motion. Society tells us, go out, meet people, stay busy. But some people feel something different. They find peace not in crowds, but in calm, not in the noise of the world, but in the quiet rhythm of their own breathing. They're the ones who say, I just like staying at home, and for that, they're often misunderstood. People call them lazy, antisocial, or strange. But what if staying home isn't a weakness? What if it's a form of wisdom? Today, we'll dive deep into the psychology of those who love their solitude, the thinkers, the healers, the quiet dreamers. Because sometimes, the most peaceful souls are the ones who never needed the world's applause to feel alive. Solitude is not an escape from life. It's a return to yourself. Before we start, hit the subscribe button, join our community, and comment below. Home is where I recharge. 1. The misunderstood ones. Why staying home isn't laziness. For many, staying home is seen as doing nothing, but for some, it's the only space where their nervous system can finally rest. After a long week of noise, judgment, deadlines, and emotional pressure, home becomes a sanctuary, a small universe of safety. These people are not avoiding life, they're recovering from it. Their quiet evenings, slow mornings, and deep thoughts are not signs of weakness, but of self-preservation. In psychology, this is called emotional decompression, the process of releasing the stress that constant social contact builds up. Think of it like this. Some people breathe better in the open air. Others breathe better when the door is closed and the world finally stops talking. For some, staying home isn't avoiding life, it's recovering from it. 2. The true introverts. When home becomes energy. There are people who aren't shy. They're just built differently. Introverts don't hate people. They simply find energy in solitude. After spending hours surrounded by voices and expectations, their minds feel overloaded, like a phone that's at 3% battery. Home for them is the charging station. It's where they recharge not by talking, but by thinking, not by being seen, but by being safe. Science backs this up. Introverts have higher sensitivity in certain parts of the brain, especially areas related to dopamine and sensory input. Too much stimulation, and they burn out fast. Silence isn't boring to them. It's medicine. Silence is not emptiness. It's emotional breathing. 3. The creative souls. Turning silence into art. Then there are those who use their solitude not to rest, but to create. Writers, thinkers, musicians, artists. They all understand the sacred relationship between silence and inspiration. Because silence is not nothingness, it's space, and space is where imagination breathes. In solitude, thoughts don't compete, they connect. The mind becomes a canvas, and the quiet becomes the paint. Vincent van Gogh once said, I often think that the night is more alive and more richly colored than the day. Many creative people feel the same way. When the world sleeps, their minds wake up. When the world talks, they listen, not to noise, but to the voice inside. Solitude is not loneliness, it's the birthplace of creation. 4. The sensory minimalists, peace over noise. Not everyone who loves staying home is introverted or artistic. Some simply crave peace, the kind of peace that's impossible in a noisy world. They're sensitive to bright lights, crowded rooms, constant chatter. For them, home is not just a physical space, it's a sensory refuge. In psychology, this is called high sensory sensitivity. Their brains process sound, light, and emotion more deeply. So while others can laugh in a loud cafe, they feel overwhelmed, anxious, overstimulated. But when they're home, the lighting soft, the noise gone, their heartbeat slows, their thoughts find order. They're not avoiding people, they're avoiding chaos. They don't fear connection, they fear noise. 5. The fine line, peace versus isolation. But solitude has a shadow. The same walls that comfort you can quietly become your cage. It starts with peace, then comfort, then avoidance. Days blur together. The outside world starts to feel distant, then irrelevant. Soon, the silence that once healed begins to hurt. Psychologists call this avoidant coping. It happens when the comfort zone becomes too comfortable, when peace becomes paralysis. True solitude gives you strength. Isolation takes it away. Peace and loneliness live in the same house, separated only by movement. 6. The balance. How to stay peaceful without feeling stuck. So, how do you love your solitude without letting it swallow you? Balance. Balance means choosing peace, but still facing life. It means stepping outside sometimes, not because you need the world, but because the sunlight belongs to you too. Simple steps help. Take a short walk each day, not for exercise, but for oxygen. Meet one person you genuinely enjoy, not for social points, but for warmth. And when you're home, make your space reflect your mind. Calm, but alive, because home should heal you, not hide you. Don't use peace to escape life. Use it to live better. 7. The meaning of home, a psychological mirror. In the end, our homes reflect who we are. The books we keep, the light we choose, the silence we protect. They all reveal our inner world. If your home feels peaceful, your soul probably does too. But even peace needs movement. A still lake turns stagnant if it never flows. So, open the window, let some light in. Let a little chaos remind you that you're still alive. Because the psychology of staying home isn't about avoiding life. It's about honoring yourself enough to choose peace, and still being brave enough to face the world when it calls. Your home reflects your mind. Keep it peaceful, but keep its windows open. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and join this growing community of deep thinkers and self-aware minds.